Return of the 12 by 12 mojo. Yes, I know, it's hard to believe. I'm still in shock. Being that it's been missing for months and I've even had an APB out on it and to no avail. So apparently all it takes is pressure. You know, I'm under pressure to complete a 20-page album, and I didn't know what in the world I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to start. I don't know what I was thinking when I said, okay. But I'm so glad I did, because I'm finally starting to, polish off some of that rust that I had accumulating in the layout department. So anyway, my friend had asked me to make this album as well as the shadow box layout. This is for her mom for her 60th birthday, so it's going to be somewhat of a life in review. Having said that, I then started thinking, well, what paper collections am I going to use? Collection or collections? Because since it's 60 years worth of pictures, there's obviously going to be many older type pictures, and the coloring isn't bright. So I knew it needed to be something that wasn't so bright. And I already owned the crepe paper restoration and the crepe paper portrait collections, and I love them, and I love that they both, you can combine both of them. So I used that as an excuse to go ahead and buy the Storyteller collection as well as the Pretty Paper collection, and decided that I would combine all four of those in this album, and that would give it some cohesiveness. So now that I've rambled on and on for 2 minutes, allow me to get started. The layout you're looking at is a layout of my friend's mother as a role as a godmother. That right there where it says madrina, that's in Spanish, that means godmother. And she's a godmother to these 3 children who are no longer children. They're adults, as you can see. So this was the first page that I made, and I used the background paper. This gray here, this light gray, is Martha Stewart cardstock, and it's awesome. It's really thick. It's very sturdy, and I got it in a pretty big pack from TJ Maxx a long time ago for a great deal. So anyway, I layered these 2 papers here, and this one is a wood grain, and I used my sewing machine. I'm going to pull it closer so that I can show you the details. So I used my sewing machine there, and it goes, excuse me, all along the top. And I love the look of it, but I realize it's just going to take me too long, and I can't spend that much time on one layout when I have 19 more to go. These flowers are from Recollections, and I just put a Pebbles brad there. It's got one of those little resin flowers, and it's got glitter on it. So cute. And this is an EK Success punch. I also mixed in some Making Memories. No, sorry. My mind's eye. These from the little sticker sheets. Sticker labels. So there's that. I rounded the corners on the papers. This is a journaling tag from, I think, K&Co. I just used my On the Edge die from Tim Holtz to give it that pretty edge. And then, unfortunately, I did not buy the 6x6 paper packs for these collections, so I looked through my stash, and again, I pulled out my mind's eye, and these are 6x6, and I wanted to use some 6x6 because when you punch things out like this, you want the design to be on a smaller scale. So I ended up doing that, and I think it goes okay with the colors in this pattern here. And then I used this doily from my stash. These are thickers. And then I stamped, that's a $1 Michael's Dollar stamp. I stamped that with chestnut roan on the doily and stuck it back there. So that's layout number 1. Good start, I thought. Okay, this one, the title is also in Spanish. It says Los Suegros, which means the in-laws. And let me show you. Here we go. So this is my friend's mom in the red, and this is her husband, and then here are his parents, so her in-laws. And this wood, no, not wood, chipboard banner is from the Restoration Collection. So I glued that on there. This is from the, sorry, this sticker is from the sticker sheet. And then I have this May Arts crochet trim that I put on here. These were leftover little strips. I just added them on here, and I used another Fisker's punch. This is the entire family, including the dog right there. And then I used my oval cutter, and then this is a frame from the paper collection. It's one of those punch outs, so I just glued that on there, and here's an older picture. And then this is a chipboard heart from, you know, that little $1.50 pack from Michael's. I just put a little bit of vintage photo on it, and then these are thickers, and these are from my mind's eye, I think from Fly a Kite. And this card here, this piece of paper, it's actually a card that is from the Melody Ross collection. On the other side it has a word like brave, true, believe, and I just went through the stack and pulled out one that I didn't think I was going to use, and I turned it over because I really liked the tone of this, and I just wanted somewhere to ground my title. So there's that one. There's the next one. Probably one of my favorites so far, because of course it's about a dog. This is about the family dog. The title says, I Love Sandy. And Sandy, unfortunately, was put down a couple of years ago. I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And as you can imagine, it was very difficult for the family, and probably most difficult for Mom, because Mom ended up being, you know, the one that cares for her. Moms are always the caretakers, not just of the kitties and of hubby, but of the pets as well. So I battled a little bit with this one because I obviously wanted to put doggy type embellishments, but I didn't want to do the whole page dog theme. So what I did was, I love this floral paper that's right here, this one. And I saw that there is, you know, there's quite a few colors on the floral, and I love that as well. That peachy orange there, I looked through my doggy stash papers, and I found this one, and I was so happy because it's got such a subtle print, those little paw prints. It's so subtle, tone on tone. I thought it would go great on this as an accent. And then this is a sticker, a border sticker from the border sticker sheet. Okay, let me start at the top, sorry. So here's I Love Sandy, and Sandy, these are vinyl, old vinyl stickers from, gosh, I think I got at Big Lots or something. And this is like a crepe paper type, tissue paper type heart, and it was a light color. All I did was paint it with my Glimmer Glam. I don't think I've used that, probably like 2 times, but I'm glad that I was able to use it on this one. In Peach Bellini to make it match that right there, that peachy orange, and this. I cut out Sandy's picture. She's chilling on the couch, and I cut it in with my circle cutter, and I put it on a doily. And then here I just matted the pictures on this light tealish blue to match with that. And these are stickers from the sticker collection. Same here. This was actually from the My Mind's Eye sticker collection, but I thought that was perfect for their picture. And then here I used, this is not real washi, this is the the Target washi, but it matched perfectly with the teal green there. And then I just stamped A House Is Not a Home Without a Dog, and that is a Cloud 9 stamp. I stamped that with Chestnut Roan, and I also did this little border up here. The paw prints, I don't know if you can tell, but the paw prints are in the shape, whoa, of little hearts. Isn't that cute? Anyway, that's Sandy's page. Sorry about that. And then the next one is of my friend and her mom. And again, see, there's so many colors in the pictures. I was struggling quite a bit there. So what I did was I chose this green back here. It already has a frame on it, and there's a little bit of green there, and I thought that was a good way to tie it all in. And then there's this lacy red, but it's kind of a pinky red, so it's not too bright. And there's quite a bit of red in the pictures. So I made a block there, a 10 by 10 block there, to ground all the pictures and try to kind of make them a bit more cohesive. I'll start at the top here. I rounded all the corners with my corner rounder. And this is a scanned photo of a card that my friend made for her mom. I don't know if you guys can see the date there. 1985. So cute! Then I wanted to make a banner for her name. She calls her mom Mommy, like most of us Latinos call our moms Mommy. And I needed to find a pattern that was scaled down, but that wouldn't compete, that was subtle enough for me to make the banners out of. So the gray in the background there in the back is die cuts with a view. And then this right here is from the Edamame designer mat pad, the 4x6 or 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I thought that worked out well. And then the blue letters, I chose blue because there's blue here, there's blue there, and there's lots of blue there in their raincoats. And those are sassafras letters, glitter letter stickers. Thank you, Tracy Mercy Tiara, because you told me about the crafty steels and I ran out and got them. And I just put it on some stone twinery twine that I glued all the way across. Then here I used the, that's an Allie Edwards stamp, and I stamped it in Spice Tin on I used my Nestabilities, one of my labels, to die cut that and tuck it behind the picture. My friend and her mom, isn't that sweet? And then here, this is a scanned image of the inside message on a card that she made for her mom. And unfortunately, it doesn't say the year on here. I should ask her so I could write it on there. So there's that page on Mommy. And then last one, hang in there guys, I'm almost done. The last one is again called Mommy, but this one is of my friend's brother and their mom. So I needed to make it a little bit more masculine. So this is a storyteller paper, and I love it because it's a light shade of blue with a little bit of a darker blue. And it's kind of got a grid pattern, and over here on this side it looked like a blueprint. So it was a masculine paper. So let me start over here. The letters are the edamame. Gosh, what is wrong with my camera? I am so sorry, you guys. Okay, super cute. Look at those letters. They're wood grain. You know how we all love wood grain. And they're from the edamame chip box. And for to dot the I, because there isn't a dot on these letters, I just used a scalloped heart that's from this same navy blue paper, and I just put some stickles on it. So let me go over here. This is a card that brother made for Valentine's back in 1991. She scanned it. Isn't that cute? Look at that heart. And then I just matted it on the wood grain paper that's from the mat stack, from the edamame mat stack. And unfortunately, I didn't have enough for all of them, so I had to compromise. And I'll show you how I did that. And then this is a Stampin' Up! Ribbon. I don't remember the name, but it matched perfectly with this blue and obviously the blue in the paper. This is from the sticker collection, and this is a most recent picture, and so I double matted this one because I really wanted to highlight this one. And then here's another sticker from the sticker collection, because look at their smiles. So smiley. And so what I did was I wanted some wood grain on these pictures as well, so I just used one of my Fisker's edge punches and I added it to this side of the photos. Same with that one. So there it is, my friends. 5 layouts in one weekend, which is quite the miracle. and I'm so happy to be able to share these with you.